This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I'm Lucy Adeyemi. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization has said more than 9 million persons in Sudan are in need of assistance because of flooding. Much of Sudan faced a devastating flood across at least 16 states last month. The Blue Nile also reached water levels not seen for nearly a century, ranking among the most severe floods recorded in the region, with historically high levels of rainfall since July. At least 102 deaths and 46 injuries were recorded. The rain has begun easing this month and the flood waters are receding, but a huge humanitarian problem now looms. UN says millions of hectares of farmland had been affected. The Food and Agriculture Organization said 1 million tons of grain has been lost. There are also growing fears about the risk of disease caused by contaminated water supplies and stagnant surface water. Cases of malaria have increased sharply. The UN has warned that emergency relief efforts are suffering from a low level of funding, compounded by high inflation in Sudan and severe fuel shortages. South Sudan authorities have said the suspected cases of Ebola in the northwestern region have tested negative. The Ministry of Health said the samples tested negative of Ebola and other forms of viral hemorrhagic fevers. The acting director for emergency preparedness and response, Dr. Angelo Gu-Thong, said samples collected from critically ill patients had returned negative, and same test result had been sent to Uganda Virus Research Institute for toxicology analysis. Results are expected in 2 days. Director General for Health Preventive Services, John Rumuno, told reporters in the capital, Juba, that there is no Ebola virus in South Sudan and there is no reason to panic. Last week, the Health Ministry received an alert from Raja County in the western Bahr el Ghazal state after 3 persons died from an unknown disease in Timsa area near Central African Republic. The samples that tested negative were not of those who died from a yet-to-be established illness that sparked suspicions. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network, ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The Democratic Republic of Congo schools are reopening a month after the initial date was postponed. The initial reopening was scheduled for October 3rd. Teachers have said that schools are not ready to reopen and want learning to resume late October. But the authorities have refused to postpone school resumption date. Some teachers' unions have threatened to strike if salary arrears are not cleared. Teachers are also demanding an audit to detect bogus teachers. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.